Gout is an arthritic disease that results in excruciating joint swelling and inflammation. It happens when the blood has an excess of uric acid, which leads to the formation of crystals in the joints. Uric acid is produced when the chemical purine is broken down. Purine is present in some meals as well as being naturally occurring in the body. In a gout diet, purine-rich foods should be limited to prevent uric acid spikes and lower the chance of flare-ups. Here is a list of the greatest and worst foods for gout sufferers, starting with the items you should stay away from. Number 1. Seafood. Seafood is the first food category we'll discuss here that you should stay away from if you have a gout. And since shellfish is high in purines, I refer to it as seafood. Certain seafoods such as scallops, clams, mussels, shrimp, and lobster should be avoided due to their high purine content. As mentioned before, purine metabolism raises uric acid levels, which in turn cause urate crystals to develop and eventually result in gout. Number 2. Meat. Certain meats should be avoided if you have gout since they contain high purine content. Steak, hog, and lamb are examples of red meats that should be avoided due to their high purine content. One of the most specialized meats is organ meat. Another nutritional alternative are organ meats like liver and kidneys, which are likewise high in purines. Number 3. High fructose corn syrup. Another food item you should stay away from if you have a gout is high fructose corn syrup. You may be asking yourself why this is the case. Uric acid may result from the liver's metabolism of excessive fructose due to the way that fructose is processed there. As a result, consuming large amounts of fructose through high fructose corn syrup, for instance, causes the liver to produce more uric acid as a byproduct of that fructose metabolism. Number 4. Sweetened beverages. Numerous studies have actually discovered that consuming large amounts of sweetened beverages increases the chance of hyperuricemia or elevated blood uric acid levels as well as the likelihood of gout attacks. Thus, if you have gout, you should stay away from sugary beverages like soda and pineapple juice. Number 5. Alcohol. Drinking alcohol is directly associated with an increased risk of hyperuricemia and gout. Thus, your chance of developing gout increases along with an increase in alcohol use and uric acid levels. If you have gout, you should stay away from alcoholic drinks like vodka, whiskey, and beer. For those who have gout, these are the foods and drinks to stay away from. Before we move on to the next fact, if you have enjoyed the video this far, subscribe now and hit the notification bell to get updates about health and wellness. It's time to discuss the greatest things to eat while you have gout. While some of the foods and drinks we'll talk about here are advised due to their association with gout attacks, others have been demonstrated to have lower purine levels and, therefore, a lower risk of triggering gout attacks. These foods and drinks may even have the potential to prevent gout attacks in the future. Number 1. Fruits. While fructose can cause a rise in the synthesis of uric acid, many fruits also have low purine content. It does not seem that fructose in fruits raises uric acid levels, despite what one might wonder. Hyperuricemia or elevated uric acid levels are less likely to result from fruit fructose concentration. It would seem that the reason of this elevated uric acid level is high fructose corn syrup, particularly very high fructose levels in brief intervals, rather than the fructose content found in fruit, which does not appear to promote hyperuricemia in the same way that high fructose corn syrup does. In instance, cherries appear to be particularly beneficial for gout. Number 2. Vegetables. Another food group that is better to eat if you have gout is vegetables because they have lower purine levels. On the other hand, some vegetables like asparagus and cauliflower do have high purine content. In light of the purine content of some meats and seafood that we previously covered, even these veggies that do have higher urine levels do not seem to raise the risk of gout attacks. Number 3. Nuts. If you avoid certain meats and shellfish, you may be deficient in protein. Nuts are another healthy item to take if you have gout. Conversely, nuts have a reduced purine content and a rich source of protein. Consuming nuts could be a better way to get protein in one's diet. Number 4. Fish and other meats. There are some fish and other meats that are better to eat if you have gout than the previously stated ones. Even though you should avoid some kinds of seafood and meat, this is caused by the fact that some meats and seafood are lower in purines than others. Chicken contains less purine than red meat, while non-shellfish fish like salmon have lower purine levels than some shellfish like scallops. Number 5. Soy products. Soy products are another excellent meal to take if you have gout because they contain less purines than red meat. It used to be recommended to stay away from soy products if you had gout, even if they did contain a reasonable quantity of purines and were originally regarded to be a healthy source of them. However, more soy products consumed may reduce the risk of hyperuricemia and gout episodes, according to current research, which suggests that the more soy products you eat, the lower your risk of hyperuricemia and gout attacks. Number 6. Legumes. Consuming more of these other legume varieties, beans, lentils, and chivas, has been associated with a decreased incidence of gout episodes and hyperuricemia. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are a few examples. Number 7. Dairy products. It does seem that eating dairy products cause hyperuricemia and gout in the opposite way. An inverse association indicates that the risk of one lowers as more of the other is consumed. Thus, the risk of hyperuricemia and gout reduces with increased dairy product consumption, while the risk of hyperuricemia and gout increases with decreased dairy product consumption. Cheese and milk are two types of dairy products. Since this is only a connection, causality is not always implied. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let us know in the comments down below if you are experiencing gout. You might also want to check out the other videos in our YouTube channel. Just click or tap the videos below here. Thank you for watching.